Oh, started off low today. Hi, everybody. It's been a while, right? Well, I'm glad to see you all. I hope you've all been well. Oh, my belly's rumbling. Did you hear that? Haven't had breakfast yet. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Fran, just a guy that lives in London by myself. Back to the old routine of vlogging from my humble abode here in London. And part of this vlogging journey has been documenting my freelancer journey in trying to get work and fathom out what I'm doing after a layoff. Now that I'm back home, I've just been really reflective. And that's where I'm at now. I've spent a lot of time building stuff, building my business, building what I actually want to do. And that takes a lot of thinking and a lot of brain power. Having your own business is just a ball ache. I just feel a little bit like behind in everything. And that's having a knock-on effect with my mind, where I'm at in the whole grand scheme of things in life. Like, get a good job, get a partner, get married, have kids. There's these social pressures that deep down I know I shouldn't worry about. Life isn't a competition. But you do start panicking. And also questioning whether or not I'm doing the right thing. Constantly circling around my head. Sometimes I do feel the pressure of the social norms of the world and life and the expectation of what you should have. But maybe the world's more interesting than that, and it's fine not doing the normal thing. It's fine. It's fine. Coffee. On the coffee front, I haven't forgotten about the tea and coffee run that I posted about in my last video. I've got all your orders. We'll do the coffee run later in the video. I thought this week, now that I'm back in London and being reflective, I actually saw a few notes that I wrote down. I found them on my computer. Shall I open up about my mind state that I was in last year? Let's go onto my laptop. So, I thought it'd be worth sharing, how I felt last year. Because last year, I got really burnt out. It was probably, this time last year, I didn't know what the hell I was doing with my life, with everything. I was really struggling, guys. It wasn't pretty at all. And I like to think that I've got control with my mindset most of the time. But I guess I'm just human. I had decided to do a brain dump of how I was feeling. I was feeling really anxious about everything. And I had a quick glance at this the other day when I found it, because I'd forgotten I wrote this. But it's actually been a very good exercise in seeing how far I've changed. And mindset-wise, I feel like I've moved on. I'm just going to read out this note to myself. Unemployment anxiety. Constant rejection, strangers telling me I'm not good enough. Applying for things I don't want to do. I feel out of pace with my friends. I don't want to socialise and I don't want to catch up. I think that was a whole nod to not feeling like I had anything to say to my friends, except I'm still unemployed and I don't know what to do with my life. Overwhelm makes me go into comfort zone. So that's when I started to just scroll on social media watch TV, and finding distractions because they were the only form of comfort that I felt I needed during that time. But then it ended up being a cycle of then not feeling motivated and doing anything. So it's a really hard cycle to break out of. I did then start watching a lot of people online who were laid off and explaining their experiences. And I felt like this is good for me to feel like other people are going through the same thing. So I was watching a lot of YouTube videos of people who were unemployed and looking for jobs. But then I started getting addicted to it. I started getting addicted to watching other people who were unemployed. And now this is a weird thing, but sometimes I would feel like, oh, that person's got a job now. And then I would feel like, oh, I haven't got a job. I'd just get really jealous of people getting jobs and finding work. Because you kind of want to root for a person to find a job, but also you don't want them to get a job because you want to feel the same feeling. I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? I'm a nasty bitch. And I know the irony is that you're watching me and maybe some of you are in the same position where you're trying to figure out what to do for a living. But when you're watching someone on YouTube who hasn't got a job, suddenly get a job, then you start feeling, oh, I'm left behind now. They were able to make it work and I haven't been able to make it work. Can I just say that this was then? Not now. But there is an element of woefulness that happens when you're in that mindset of burnout. It can be quite triggering if suddenly the person that you're kind of feel like you're in the battlefield with suddenly is out of the battle. I think that's what it is. I'm not that nasty bitch now. I do wish everybody who is looking for jobs right now all the best, because it's hard. It is hard. But back then, I was going through burnout and feeling very self-centered. I wake up with dread and my mind is exhausted. Ooh. I know that this person that wrote these notes then is not the same person I am now. And in that respect, I feel like I've grown and know myself more. Do I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing? Yes. Probably 80% of the time I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing? Is this right? And I'm always second guessing myself. But I am happier that I can cross out a lot of these feelings. Right. I've got over my pity party. There's only so long I could feel sad until I get bored of feeling sad. But I have recognised that it has taken me a long time to get to this point where I feel more confident and in charge of where I'm directing my life. And it's been bumpy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It has been bumpy. I had to take things step by step. Once I was burnt out and didn't know what to do, I then just managed to salvage some kind of motivation. And I said to myself, I can't continue like this. I don't recognise who I am right now. And then I ended up just listing out things that I can control and things that I can't control. Someone giving me a job is out of my hands because someone has to make that decision. But then on the other side, it was like things that I can control. I can control binge watching TV until 4 or 5 in the morning. I can control that. I can stop doing that. I can get outside and have a walk. Because I wasn't even doing things like that. And I would give myself like missions for like the day. Things that I could achieve, like really short-term goals, like, can I make it to the gym today? Can I get out of the house today? Can I have a shower today? Like things like that. And this is something that I've had to work on, continuously working on myself. And what I'm doing today to work on myself is to build my confidence, particularly in networking. I looked for networking events in London. I went on Eventbrite, and there's one that's happening tonight. I'm going to get ready to go out. I'm nervous, but I also think it's important for me to get out there. I just need to do it. I just need to jump in. And that's my kind of thought process right now, is just like, just get in there, just see what happens. If it's a shit show, then it's a shit show. Learn from it. But at the same time, it could be the perfect place to meet people. So, the dress code is business, no trainers. I'll show you what I've got. So, I literally have like one pair of shoes. I've got like black winter boots, but I've got these. I love these boots. Our legacy leather boots. And I like dressing up as well at times. I know you get me in my like loungewear and stuff, but sometimes it's nice to kind of put something on that's not a t-shirt and hoodie. So yeah, I'm gonna wear these. I'm gonna pair them with what shirt? I thought let's see. Cos trousers. Kind of black. This shirt is from Merely Made. To show you the label first. Nice baggy, large kind of shirt. And Merely Made is a Korean brand. So, I'm gonna get ready because it's nearly time. Just in my hallway, getting ready. So, shall I button it up slightly? It's turned into a get ready with me now. Anyway, this is a Merely Made shirt. I like it because it's quite baggy. And I'm really into oversized baggy things. It's got a bit of a creative vibe to it. It does have like little stringy bits at the bottom. Now, I don't know what I think about them, but I'm just going to go with the flow. Got my cos trousers on. I haven't worn these for ages. I used to wear these at work when I was feeling more businessy. Yeah, feels good. Give it a twirl. Spray. I really like my sprays, and I've got quite a lot. It's a Diptyque. And this is their Orpheon. Ooh. It's a very sophisticated smell. Orpheon is juniper berry, cedar, tonka bean, and jasmine. It's definitely more smoky, but there's a kind of, I'm going to say like a metallic edge to it. So Orpheon Eau de Parfum is a tribute, an olfactory portrait of a legendary bar where the founders of Diptyque loved to get together amid curls of tobacco smoke, powdery trails of blusher and burnished wood. So poetic. Usually I do like a more fresher vibe, but this kind of musky, woody, tobacco tone might just suit the evening. I just two, not too much. I want people to go closer in to smell me. Quite bohemian, actually. Right, French bar vibes. So this is part get ready with me and also part what the fuck am I doing mindset. I don't know what to expect this evening. An evening where I'm by myself and have to converse with strangers. My plan is to give myself some missions for this evening. Otherwise, I might just end up just standing back and just watching people. And the plan that I've come up with is giving myself 3 missions of the evening. The first mission is to get through the doors. Get inside. I know how I'm going to feel. I'm going to stand outside. I'm going to look at the venue, and then I'm going to feel a little bit like, I'm not ready for this. So mission 1 is to get through the doors. Just get over myself. Get through the doors. Mission 2 is to chat to somebody. So I'm going to have to at least speak to one person at the event. That's mission 2. Mission 3 is to give my contact to at least 2 people. I've actually got a Brucey bonus mission. Mission 4 is to not be the first person to leave the event. Right? These are my 4 missions of the evening. I'm going to finish off getting ready, and I'm going to try and bring you along as far as I can at the event. Wish me luck. Hi, it's the day after, and thought I'd do a little quick check-in, because as you can see, I'm about to head out. The evening went well. I'm glad I had my missions to help me focus on a plan for the evening. I'm about to head out now to the shops, because being back in my flat, I actually haven't got any food. So I'm going to do a proper shop. So yes. Let's go. It's time for the coffee and tea run. Just brewing. Hope you're ready. I'm just reading some of your orders. I've got a coffee with creamer, Quite a few of you like the same kind of tea as me. 3 to 5 minute brew plus a little bit of milk. Black tea with lemon and honey. I don't have an Earl Grey, I'm afraid. Sorry. Okay, steady now. Steady now. Tea and coffee. Obviously, I'm just pretending. But virtual teas and coffees for everybody. This week's treat. Biscuits. I'm trying to be a little bit more considerate with my treats. And so I went for a fruit-based one. And that's your Garibaldi. I'm trying to watch what I eat. So we've got some Garibaldis. Hope you like them. I'll also come back with the results of my little poll that I did. Very interesting. So firstly, a little catch-up on how the week's gone. So you saw that I went to the networking event. I've had some time to think about it and to mull it around. So firstly, getting out there, committing to something and going through with it is the win. And I'm very happy that I accomplished all my missions. Experiencing the evening was good enough for me, and I found that it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. First thought was, I should have really prepped my intro. I didn't think that people would ask me who I was and what I was doing. I really struggled in telling people what I do. And I ended up reverting to things that I did. So I just defaulted into what I normally say. I slowly had to reposition my introduction, because that's what you do all the time at networking events. You have to explain who you are and what you do. I will have to prep that more, because what I learned as well is that my intro's crap. So my intro doesn't describe who I am now. And I did spend probably a lot of time describing what I did and what I used to do in corporate. I need to come up with a proper spiel. Probably the most fundamental thing, and I forgot to do that. I ended up calling myself a digital creative and a content strategist. It's not clear what I do, because there was always a follow-up question like, what does that mean? As soon as I said video, film, editing, content like that, people clicked. From a business point of view, I'm going to reposition myself as a video editor and content creator. I know my skills are broader than that, because I used to do design, digital, strategy and research. I used to do a load of things. It's far easier to package myself as a singular thing so that people get it. And then I can say, on top of that, I do all of this. It's a learning which I'm going to take forward. And rather like buses, I've actually found 2 more networking events happening next week. I'm going to use what I've learned in this networking event and refine myself and my pitch. So the next time I'm going to network, I'm going to have my intro spiel perfected. I'm going to crack on and keep at it. Because in my mind, just turning up is winning right now. Let's see if this tea is ready. Are your brews ready now? Yorkshire tea. Missed you. Perfect. Sorry, this way. Garibaldi's. Let's give a little bit of a history lesson, guys. Have you guys heard of a Garibaldi? It is not my first choice of biscuit. Sorry, Gary. This has some really interesting facts about the Garibaldi. Garibaldi is named after an Italian general, Giuseppe Garibaldi. Giuseppe Garibaldi was a widely admired figure in Britain during the 1850s and 1860s. Ooh. So his popularity was fueled by his role in the Italian unification movement and his visit to Britain in 1854. I had no idea. Right. But why is it all about the biscuit? They were invented by Huntler and Palmer in 1864 and named them after the Italian general Giuseppe Garibaldi, who visited England at that time. Imagine having a biscuit made for you when you visit Britain. Okay, let's open this up. Come on, Garibaldi. Here's a Garibaldi. Oh. Here's a Garibaldi. Baked well. I'm not into pale biscuits, so that's a nicely baked biscuit. This fact is not very nice. So this biscuit is often called the dead fly or squashed fly biscuit because of the fruit in there. That's not appealing whatsoever. I'm sorry. They do remind me of the go-aheads I had a couple of months back. So I've got a crumb everywhere. Oh. I don't feel like dipping this biscuit. It's gonna go straight in. Right. Everyone got their Garibaldis ready. Actually don't know what to say. I'm not sure if I like that. Quite dry. And a bit tasteless. I'm sorry, Garibaldi. I don't know what you thought of this when you got served this in Britain. Italians have nicer food. Sorry, I'm putting you back, Gary. I'll put you there. Okay, that was a little bit disappointing. Definitely needs a tea, it was very dry. Whilst I am feeling disappointed, I thought I would talk about feeling behind in life. I need to stop focusing on these boxes that the world's made up and worry less about stuff and focus more on enjoying my journey. But often I fixate on the final result, and really I should be focusing on just enjoying the moment. It's actually really good to have goals and to map out what I want in life, right? Often, if I get into that mode of feeling sorry for myself, I just end up fixating on things that I don't have. Spending less time worrying about stuff and more time just going through the journey of discovery sounds much more appealing than just worrying about it. So I'm choosing to find more joy in figuring it out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Learn from it. So moving forward, I'm just going to concentrate on doing things. There's always time to reflect, always time to sit down and relax and to stare at the ceiling, twiddling my thumbs. I need to do that sometimes. So when I feel trapped in my own bubble, it's because I'm needing something else. So listening to that is a good thing because it means I'm moving forward. Thinky, Fran. More tea, Vicar. Other things this week. You might have noticed my thumb. I'm going to pull back because you can see it's a bit dark. Don't look at it. You might have thought that it's like nail polish or something. It's not. I actually bashed my thumb in Canada when I was helping my cousin out move a gazebo, and a door slammed on my thumb. Really hurt, and I was like, I'm fine, I'm fine. I don't know if it is fine. I don't think I broke anything, but this looks normal, this side, but I look at it, it's horrible. I'm not going to show you all of it because it's looking pretty gross right now. It looks like there's evil inside of this thumb because it's growing and there's like dark blood underneath the nail. And now that it's grown a few weeks, it's kind of separated at the base. Oh, and it looks really awful. I don't like looking at it. And I'm quite worried about it because I like aesthetic thumbs. I pride myself with my thumb. Now it's just a bit tarnished. Ugh. Well, I hope that grows out more beautiful, please. Because it looks like there's just evil growing inside of me. It's that nasty bitch that was there before. Nasty bitch is in my thumb. A couple of weeks back, I put a poll up and asked people if they would like a coffee or tea. The results are in. 54% of you wanted tea, and 46% of you wanted coffee. Ooh. So pretty even scale. And I must admit, like, I might be a little biased because I primarily focus on tea. But yeah, bit of a mixture. 54 to 46. So that's the results. If I read through your comments, I was very interested in the Kruston candies. That's Frisian style brown rock sugar, Germany. Even though I'm not really a big fan of sweet teas, could be an interesting addition. And I particularly liked this one comment about the shade of tea, which was He-Man colour. And that is the perfect shade of tea, He-Man. I love that. So, I'm going to continue with my He-Man tea. Thank you for watching my week with all my anxiety. I'll try and make it more fun next week. I hope you guys have had a great week, and let's all have a brill week ahead.